So now we pinched, and that's it. You're a brave kitty.
Futtern, schlafen, mit dem Kratzbaum spielen. So gestaltet sich das Leben einer normalen Katze. Bei Adonis schaut das anders aus. Wie seine Eltern und er das Leben gemeinsam meistern, das schauen wir uns heute mal an.
Wir besuchen heute Adonis.
Look with the sugar. Adonis. Katze.
Ein Kater so süß wie sein Blutzucker. Denn Adonis hat Diabetes. Eine doch eher ungewöhnliche Beschwerde bei Katzen und wir wollen heute mit Roxy und David sprechen, wie sie damit umgehen und wie der Extraaufwand ihr Leben
I'm
beeinflusst.
Roxy Velez. I am originally from Ecuador. I moved out of Ecuador in 2011 to study in the United States. Yeah, like a year later, I fostered 3 cats with their babies, and Adonis was one of them. He's
Okay.
an American cat.
Okay.
I'm David, or David. I'm originally from Düsseldorf.
And you're famous cat parents. That's why we're here. So
Yeah.
tell us about, you already said Adonis, he's American. He came with you.
I remember taking Adonis in your car, so
Yeah.
you meet him, and you liked him. So it's like, you gotta know this if you're gonna continue dating.
Sure.
And he was nice to him.
Like Adonis was a fine, healthy cat, right?
Yeah, always. So diabetes can be genetics, diet induced, or steroids induced, and he has the 3 of them.
Oh.
So we don't know what caused it. Dry food has a lot of carbs. Well, wet food can also have carbs, but all of this you don't know. The carbs is not even listed on the food. Steroids induced, we were in Ecuador for 9 months back in 2022, and he had a little scratch on his lip. It wouldn't go away, and the doctor said, just give him these drops. I had no idea what the drops were. Now I research everything they give him out of trauma. But back then you would trust the expert veterinarian, and this was a vet that was expert in feline health. And then later I learned that it was prednisol, that's the steroids, and that you actually have to top off, like you have to reduce the dose very slowly when you stop. And he would be like, just give him, if you see it back, just give it again, and then the next day if he's fine, just don't. And this is crazy. This is making no sense. And our vet here in Berlin, like he was like holding his head when I was telling him all of this. Later I was looking at the drops thinking, oh, this thing is coming back, I'm gonna give it again. But now I was researching and I see side effects diabetes. Before that, he was already very overweight.
Okay.
He was like a little tank. Right after we learned that dry food is the absolute worst, he still wanted, but we were super strict and said like, if you're hungry, you're eating wet food. And he was starving because diabetes makes them starving, so he...
Also, he went from the little tank to a very thin catty.
I mean, they can also be very... It's like either they go overweight or they go like little spiders. Like
Okay.
I could see his bones. It was really, really horrible. People in my family thought that it's time.
Yeah, he started to drink a lot of water. He got really thirsty, and then he just behaved weird, like pooped in places where he shouldn't and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Did you already know or feel it, or was it like a shock?
I had no idea that cats could get diabetes.
How did
Nothing.
that feel, that moment?
I cried a lot. And my mom has diabetes type 2. So, I went to her and I cried, and she was like, why didn't you cry when I had the diagnosis? I was like, you're a human, you're fine. He's a baby,
And I mean, this sounds like a lot. How did your life change? It sounds like you're doing a full-time job almost.
I think that as a team, it's fully handleable. If I was alone, I would still do it, because I'm not gonna just put him to sleep. Like, that's the other alternative, I guess.
Can you say what is the times that you test him, or that he knows it's now time? Like starting with mornings?
Yeah, in the morning. So in the morning, he's going to be waking us up sometimes 6 a.m.,
Okay.
11 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then?
And then 7 6 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m. Maybe.
Wow, but then you never have like a full-on 9-hour sleep, do you?
No.
So also in the day, I am the one doing the tests through the day, and then I go out to sports or I go out to meet a friend, and he does the 7 p.m. Like,
It's
for
really
example,
a team effort, isn't
It's
it?
a
Alone
team
is
effort.
hard. I mean, you cannot. The major problem is, I think, that you can't plan your day really. Like you need to be. If you want to go out in the evening, you might not be able to because he's too low, and then you need to come back earlier or cancel last minute. So that makes it a bit challenging. But yeah.
So you also share all your experiences
Yes.
now, right? Why is it important to you? Because you also share so much on social media. Why did you decide that?
Well, I see a lot of people that just arrive with very similar stories and they're at a loss. Like they are doing the same mistakes we did or worse. And to hear people that arrive, like I just found my cat under the bed. He was having seizures and my cat just died, and they said, but I can't test him. And I have this, he's so good at testing. So I started doing these videos to show the people in the group how we test him. And then I thought I was posting on my TikTok, and I thought then I get a few followers. Like I have I had 100 followers on TikTok, like nothing really. And then I thought, Adonis is taking over my TikTok. I'm gonna make him his own TikTok. So then I thought he gets a few followers, just so people can also continue seeing the new tests. And then all of a sudden, it just goes viral there.
And about the medicine, can I ask how much is this also money-wise? Is this an expensive thing to do?
People have asked us how much we spend a month. I cannot tell you. Not because I don't want to, but because some months we are testing less.
Yeah.
So we are using 4 stripes or 6, and some days we're using 10,
Yes.
20. I don't know, not 20, but
We have some tracking. I think it's around 500 euros per month.
with food.
With food, yes.
But it's 2 cuts.
Oh hey, ihr habt's bis zum Ende des Videos geschafft. Vielen Dank fürs Vorbeischauen. Mehr zu diesem und vielen weiteren Themen rund um die Hauptstadt findet ihr auf berlin-live.de.